It's the most important week in motorsports and endurance races. It's not just a simple race week, it's a Le Mans race week. And in this video, I'll be telling the hypercar preview for this race in WEC at France and what to expect for each manufacturer in the top class. So let's check now the stories you must follow this weekend at Le Mans in the hypercar class. Let's begin first with the Alpin. Alpin is a French manufacturer which belongs to Renault Group. So with that, 24 hours of Le Mans is a home race for Alpin. However, in last year, it was completely a disaster for Alpin because both cars needed to retire due to engine failure in less than 6 hours of the race. Since then, Alpin had improved a lot engine reliability and showed great progress in the second half of the last season with a podium in Fuji. And this year, Alpin is very competitive and got 2 podiums at Imola and at Spa. The car number 36 had a great performance at the 6 hours of Spa last round with brilliant efforts from WEC, Gounon and Schumacher. Alpin promises to be very strong at Le Mans this year and will be chasing the second overall in history. Alpin will have 1039 kg in minimum weight, a maximum power of 570 kW below 250 km/h, a power loss of 1.7% after 250 km/h, and a maximum stint of energy of 897 MJ. Are you going to support Alpin to win Le Mans this year? Aston Martin is back to Le Mans in the top class after 14 years since the disaster with the AMR1. This year, Aston Martin debuted the Valkyrie prototype with an incredible V12 engine which makes a lot of fans so excited by their sound. However, we can't expect Aston Martin fighting for the win in Le Mans this year because it's gonna be the first 24-hour race for the Valkyrie because they didn't compete at Daytona this year in IMSA. Aston Martin will have 1030 kg in minimum weight, a maximum power of 520 kW below 250 km/h, a power loss of 0.8% above 250 km/h, and a maximum instant energy of 910 MJ. BMW had a very difficult 24-hour Le Mans last year in their return to the top class. The car number 20 had a crash at the fourth chicane but managed to keep in the race. However, its sister car number 15 with Dries Van Toy the wheel, and he suffered a crash at night after contact with Robert Kubica on the Mulsanne Straight and needed to retire. For this year, the Munich brand wants to have a comeback and fight strongly for the second overall win, considering that the BMW M Hybrid V8 has become more competitive this year. BMW will have 1039 kg in minimum weight, a maximum power of 510 kW below 250 km/h, a power gain of 2% after 250 km/h, and a maximum stint of 990 MJ. Are you going to support BMW this year in Le Mans? Cadillac could not be having a good season this year in WEC after a disaster in Qatar, with both cars crashing into each other and not fight for the win at Imola and Spa. But Le Mans could be a great opportunity for a great comeback to Cadillac. That's because Cadillac at the moment is the only LMDH brand to finish on the podium, with the car number 2 being 3rd place in 2023. And last year, the same car was in the fight for the win in Le Mans. Cadillac will have 1037 kg in minimum weight, a maximum power of 570 kW below 250 km/h, a power loss of 0.8% after 250 km/h, and a maximum stint of energy of 905 MJ. Are you going to support Cadillac to win for the first time in Le Mans? Twenty 2025 has not been an easy season for Porsche in the WEC Hypercar with tough results at Qatar, Imola and Spa. But Le Mans is always a special place for the German manufacturer, considering they are the biggest win in history with 19 victories. In 2025, Porsche is aiming the 20th overall win in Le Mans and to complete the Triple Crown endurance races after winning in Daytona and Sebring. There are 3 drivers in which we can see becoming the first driver to win the Endurance Triple Crown at the same year, with Felipe Nasr and Nick Tandy in the car number 4 and Loris Vanthoor in the car number 6. Porsche will have 1041 kilos in minimum weight, a maximum power of 511 kW below 250 km per hour, a power gain of 1.4% after 250 km per hour, and a maximum stint of energy of 970 megajoules. Are we gonna see Porsche get the 20th win in Le Mans this weekend? Toyota is also having a very difficult year and didn't have any chances to win this season in the WEC, and will be the first time in the hypercar era in which Toyota will arrive at Le Mans without a single victory. For the most important round in the WEC this year, Japanese brand was to be back to the game and finally win Le Mans again after being defeated by Ferrari in last 2 years. Toyota is chasing their 6th overall win in Le Mans, and we're gonna have a special moment for Toyota because the Japanese brand is completing 40 years competing Le Mans. And due to that, Toyota will be using a special livery in the car number 7 based on Toyota GT1 used in 1998 and 1999. Toyota at Le Mans will have 1053 kilos in minimum weight, 520 kilowatts in maximum power below 250 km per hour, a power loss of 1.3% after 250 km per hour, and the maximum stint of energy of 940 megajoules. Are you going to support Toyota in Le Mans? Like Alpin, Le Mans will also be a home race for Peugeot because it's also a French manufacturer. Last year, it wasn't a good race for the French Lions because they were not so competitive and were in the middle of the grid. For this year, the expectations are not so good because during the test day sessions on last Sunday, Peugeot was slower than Aston Martin. Peugeot will have 1039 kilos in minimum weight, a maximum power of 507 kilowatts below 250 km per hour, a power loss of 1.2% after 250 km per hour, the maximum stint of energy of 889 megajoules. What's your expectations for Peugeot in Le Mans this weekend? Finally, let's talk about Ferrari. Ferrari is arriving at Le Mans in a perfect scenario. They have won their last 2 editions there, and this year is dominated the Hypercar Championship. This will not be an easy race for the Maranello brand because their opponents will be fighting strongly to defeat them in Le Mans. But we know that the Ferrari 499P performs well in Le Mans and they will be fighting strongly for their 3rd win back-to-back and keeping 100% of victories in WEC this year. Ferrari will have 1042 kilos in minimum weight, a maximum power of 550 kilowatts below 250 km per hour, a power loss of 2.9% after 250 km per hour, and a maximum stint of energy of 896 megajoules. Will Ferrari 499P still be invincible in Le Mans? This was the Hypercar preview for the 24 hours Le Mans. What's your expectations about this race? Who is going to win this weekend? So let me know down in the comment sections below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose any more videos about WEC, IMSA and sports cars racing. We will see you in the next videos.